Good morning, my dear friend. Welcome into this tender beginning, this quiet threshold between the night that has passed and the day now opening before you, before the world begins to speak in its many urgent voices, before responsibilities gather around your mind, before old worries try to rise with the sun. Let this sacred moment hold you gently. You do not have to arrive here polished, prepared, or pretending to be stronger than you feel. You do not have to hide the tiredness in your heart. You do not have to bury the ache, silence the heaviness, or force yourself into brightness before your soul is ready. You are allowed to come exactly as you are. Weary, hopeful, uncertain, grateful, fragile, longing, and still deeply worthy of peace. So breathe slowly now. Let the breath move through you like morning light through an open window. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. Let your thoughts settle like leaves upon still water. And let your spirit remember what the weary heart so often forgets, that divine light still finds you, gentle strength still rises for you, and the boundless grace of the Creator still flows through every breath you take. This is a new morning, not because every burden has disappeared, not because every question has been answered, not because life has suddenly become easy, but because mercy has met you here again. And so, with quiet courage, we arise. We arise not in panic, but in peace. We arise not in pressure, but in presence. We arise not carrying the whole world, but carrying only this moment, this breath, this sacred invitation to be renewed. Let your heart hear it now. You are not abandoned in your weariness. You are not forgotten in your fatigue. You are not failing because you need renewal. You are being lovingly called back to the place where the soul is restored, where the inner life is made tender again, where deep peace becomes stronger than deep exhaustion. So let this morning prayer be a sanctuary. Let it be a resting place for your mind. Let it be cool water for a thirsty spirit. Let it be a soft lamp in the dim corners within. And as we begin, may you feel safe enough to unclench, open enough to receive, and still enough to hear the quiet song of renewal rising within you. Creator of dawn, keeper of breath, gentle presence that watches over every hidden place of the soul, we come before you with reverence, with openness, and with a deep longing to be restored. We begin with gratitude, not rushed gratitude, not polite gratitude, but deep, soul-level gratitude that stops and notices the miracle of being here. Thank you for this morning. Thank you for the breath now moving through our lungs. Thank you for the unseen kindness that carried us through the night. Thank you for the quiet mercy that has allowed our eyes to open to another day. Thank you for the roof above us, for the light that returns, for the softness of morning air, for the possibility woven into this fresh beginning. Thank you for what is visible. Thank you for what is hidden. Thank you for every blessing we have named and every blessing we have overlooked, because life has been heavy. Thank you for the strength that brought us this far. Thank you for the moments we almost gave up, yet somehow continued. Thank you for the grace that held us together when our hearts were too tired to pray and our minds were too crowded to be still. Thank you for small mercies, the kind that often go unnoticed until the soul slows down enough to see them. Thank you for warm light on a quiet wall. Thank you for the sound of morning birds. Thank you for clean water. Thank you for shelter. Thank you for the memory of love. Thank you for those who have spoken kindness into our lives. Thank you for the doors that opened and for the doors that closed, because a wiser mercy stood guard over us. Thank you for the prayers answered in ways we expected, and for the prayers answered in ways we only understood much later. Thank you for unseen protection, for roads we did not go down, for harm we never saw, for despair that almost swallowed us but did not, for grief that could have hardened us but instead made us more tender, for lessons that were difficult but holy, for seasons that felt barren, yet prepared deeper roots within us. This morning, we give thanks, not because everything in our lives feels easy, but because your presence remains steady, even when life is not. We give thanks because grace still flows. We give thanks because divine compassion is not exhausted. We give thanks because this weary soul has not been left to wander alone. Even now, beneath the tiredness, there is still a pulse of sacred life within us. Even now, beneath the stress, there is still a quiet beauty surrounding us. Even now, beneath the unanswered questions, there is still reason to whisper, "Thank you. Thank you for another chance to begin again. Thank you that yesterday does not get to define the whole of today. Thank you that our weakness does not cancel our worth. Thank you that weariness is not the end of the story. Thank you that renewal is possible. Thank you that peace is not something we must manufacture, but something we may receive. Let gratitude become the first river running through our hearts this morning. Let it wash dust from the soul. Let it lift our gaze. Let it quiet complaint. Let it soften fear. Let it remind us that even in tired seasons, life remains threaded with wonder, and every breath remains touched by sacred generosity. And now, divine presence, we bring before you the weary soul. You know this weariness completely. You know the fatigue we can explain, and the fatigue we cannot. You know the exhaustion of carrying too much for too long. You know the hidden strain of being outwardly composed while inwardly depleted. You know the loneliness of being strong for others while quietly empty within. You know the ache of continuing, even when something in us longs simply to rest. Some are weary in mind. Some are weary in body. Some are weary in emotion. Some are weary in spirit. Some are tired from work that never seems to end. Some are tired from family burdens, financial concerns, caregiving, uncertainty, grief, disappointment, comparison, inner pressure, invisible battles, and hope deferred. Some are not even sure why they feel so drained. They only know that the soul has become heavy, and the morning sometimes feels difficult before it has even begun. So we bring it all here. We do not hide our tiredness from you. We do not dress it up in spiritual language. We do not pretend to be full when we feel empty. We come honestly. We come gently. We come in need of renewal. Renew us this morning. Renew the mind that has been overrun by too many thoughts. Renew the heart that has become bruised by too many disappointments. Renew the spirit that feels dry, dim, or stretched thin. Renew the body that carries stress like a silent weight in the shoulders, the chest, the jaw, the breath. Renew the one who has kept moving without ever truly feeling restored. Renew the one who wakes up tired. Renew the one whose smile has become heavier than it looks. Renew the one who feels unseen in their struggle. Let your renewing presence move through us like golden light over a cold landscape. Let it thaw what has grown hard. Let it warm what has gone numb. Let it soothe what has been inflamed by stress. Let it calm what has been disturbed by pressure. Let it restore what striving has drained. We ask not merely for motivation, but for deep renewal. Not merely for energy, but for peace. Not merely for endurance, but for inner replenishment. Not merely for the ability to do more, but for the grace to be held, healed, and strengthened from within. Teach us that we are not machines. Teach us that the soul cannot live forever on effort alone. Teach us that rest is not laziness. Teach us that gentleness is not weakness. Teach us that sacred renewal often begins when we stop demanding from ourselves what only grace can supply. Creator of steady strength, pour into us a strength that is quiet, a strength that does not shout, a strength that does not compare, a strength that does not harden, a strength that breathes, a strength that listens, a strength that moves with wisdom, a strength that remains soft enough to love and steady enough to endure. Let this be the kind of strength that rises within us today. When we feel overwhelmed, steady us. When we feel discouraged, lift us. When we feel scattered, gather us. When we feel emotionally thin, cover us with tenderness. When we feel spiritually distant, draw near. When we feel like we have nothing left to give, remind us that we are not the source of our own light. We are carried by a greater light that never burns out. Heal the weary soul this morning. Heal the places where exhaustion has become identity. Heal the places where disappointment has dimmed expectancy. Heal the places where anxiety has lived too long. Heal the places where we have learned to function without truly feeling alive. Heal the hidden grief. Heal the private fear. Heal the inner critic. Heal the part of us that measures worth by productivity. Heal the wounds caused by trying to be enough for everyone. Heal the nervous system that has forgotten how to feel safe. Heal the heart that keeps bracing for more strain. Let healing move slowly and deeply, like rain soaking into thirsty earth. Let healing come without force. Let healing come without shame. Let healing come with patience, with compassion, with holy tenderness. If we need to be quiet, let us be quiet. If we need to exhale, let us exhale. If we need to weep, let tears be welcomed as part of the cleansing. If we need to soften, let softening become sacred. And in this healing, let peace rise. Peace for the crowded mind. Peace for the emotionally overworked heart. Peace for the body that has been carrying tension. Peace for the one who cannot remember the last time they felt truly rested inside. Let peace be more than an idea. Let it be felt. Let it settle behind the eyes. Let it loosen the chest. Let it lengthen the breath. Let it quiet the internal rush. Let it become the atmosphere of our inner life. We ask also for guidance today, because a weary soul does not only need comfort, it needs wisdom. Show us what matters. Show us what is ours to carry and what is not. Show us where to spend our energy and where to release our grip. Order our steps with clarity. Teach us to move through the day with rhythm instead of rush. Teach us to choose presence over performance. Teach us to respond instead of react. Teach us to do the next faithful thing and trust grace with the rest. Protect us from the habits that drain us. Protect us from the thoughts that wound us. Protect us from inner narratives that say we are behind, not enough, too much, too weak, too late. Protect us from the pressure to compare our path with the path of another. Protect us from noise that steals peace. Protect us from hurry that fractures the soul. Protect us from carrying tomorrow before today has even unfolded. Place around us a covering of holy calm. Let your presence go before us into every conversation, every task, every appointment, every quiet hour, every demanding moment. Be peace in our homes. Be wisdom in our choices. Be softness in our words. Be steadiness in our reactions. Be light in our minds. Be renewal in our hearts. And if the day becomes difficult, do not let us collapse inward. If unexpected burdens appear, to be our inner anchor. If old weariness returns, remind us to breathe again. If sadness visits, sit with us in it. If fear rises, surround it with deeper peace. If we feel ourselves hardening, tightening, or rushing, Call us back to the still center where your presence remains. Let us return again and again to that inner sanctuary, that place beneath the noise, that place beneath the strain, that place where the soul is reminded you are held, you are guided, you are not alone. Renew our patience, renew our kindness, renew our focus, renew our compassion for ourselves, renew our capacity to receive beauty, renew our ability to notice goodness, renew our willingness to trust that small steps can also be sacred steps. May renewal show up in the way we breathe. May renewal show up in the pace of our thoughts. May renewal show up in our ability to listen, to forgive, to speak gently, to remain present. May renewal show up in the quiet dignity with which we meet this day. And may we remember, over and over again, that the weary soul is not weak for needing restoration. It is wise enough to know where true life comes from. And now, in this holy morning stillness, we let go. We release yesterday. We release its unfinished sentences. We release its mistakes. We release its pressure. We release the conversations that keep replaying. We release the moments we wish had gone differently. We release the tension that followed us into the night. We release the heaviness that woke before the sun. We release the need to overthink. We release the urge to control every outcome. We release the burden of pretending to be fine. We release harsh expectations of ourselves. We release old disappointment. We release hidden resentment. We release fear of not doing enough. We release fear of not being enough. We release the quiet exhaustion of carrying what was never ours to carry alone. Take from us what has become too heavy. Take the soul fatigue. Take the mental clutter. Take the emotional residue. Take the pressure that has lived in the chest. Take the sadness we have not known how to name. Take the weight of unresolved things. Take the invisible strain we have normalized. And in the space created by surrender, let there be room. Room for breath. Room for healing. Room for trust. Room for peace. Room for joy to one day return in full color. Teach us to walk gently today, one breath at a time, one task at a time, one prayer at a time. Teach us that not everything must be solved this morning. Teach us that grace arrives in portions meant for the moment we are in. Teach us to lay down what drains life and hold only what love asks us to carry. We place yesterday at your feet. We place tomorrow in your hands. And we receive today as it is, sacred, sufficient, and held in mercy. So now, beloved soul, receive this blessing. May your weary heart be renewed by holy peace. May your tired mind be touched by clear light. May your breath deepen. May your body soften. May your spirit remember its strength. May your path today be covered in quiet grace. May wisdom meet you before confusion does. May calm meet you before pressure does. May kindness meet you before criticism does. May rest live within you, even as the day moves around you. May the boundless grace of the Creator flow through every breath you take. May divine light go before you. May steady peace dwell within you. May unseen mercy surround you. May inner strength rise beneath you like a firm and gentle river. May you feel accompanied in ordinary moments, in errands, in work, in waiting, in conversations, in silence. May you remember that renewal is not far away. It is already beginning. May you move through this day with softness that does not break, wisdom that does not rush, and peace that does not depend on circumstances. And when you forget, may one deep breath bring you back. When you tire, may one quiet moment restore you. When you wonder if you can keep going, may grace whisper, yes, not alone, but yes. If this prayer has blessed your morning, gently like this video and subscribe to Arise and Pray so we can continue this sacred morning ritual together, one peaceful dawn at a time, and carry this final truth with you through every hour ahead. A soul renewed by divine peace can meet the day with more strength than weariness ever knew.